Hello, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and today I'm going to be filming a two-part video. Today's video that you're watching is going to be part one of two. I like to do these from time to time where I do a foundation review plus a full face of makeup one brand. So today, if you've seen the title of the video, I'm going to be doing my review of the IT Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream. Now this is SPF 50+. If you've seen this probably on a million other YouTube channels, this is the first time I'm using this product, but I'm going to be using all IT Cosmetics for tomorrow's video. So today I'm going to be doing the review of the CC cream, which everyone that I've seen really uses this as a foundation, not just a CC cream. I do also, and I'm going to be using in tomorrow's video, or this other one I'm recording today, using the IT Celebration Foundation Illumination Foundation. Isn't that repetitive? I'm going to be using this as my setting powder, but this is also just a foundation as well. So I'm going to be using that over top of the CC cream. Now this is not the illumination version. I did get the regular version, I guess matte version of the CC Plus cream, but the powder foundation I'm going to be using is the illumination version. I've seen mixed reviews on the illumination CC cream, so I'm just going to be going in with the regular one. Before I start with my foundation, I do have an IT Cosmetics primer. This is the number 50 Serum Anti-Aging Collagen Veil Primer. So this is the primer I'm going to be using today. It does come in a little pump, and I'm going to go ahead and get this on my face. It's just a little white lotion. Alright, so I'm all primed up. I actually like this primer. Smells very citrusy, and I really do like that. It has given my skin just a little bit of a tacky feeling, so let's move into the CC Plus cream. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Okay, and it does have a little pump on the bottle as well. I'm going to pump a couple of pumps onto my hand. I am using the color Fair, which I believe is the lightest color. And I'm a little concerned about that because it is a little bit darker than I normally use in my foundation. To apply my foundation, or the CC Plus cream, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics. This is the Heavenly Luxe Flat Top Buffing Foundation Brush. I also have a beauty blender here. This will be the first time I'm using my beauty blender. So, but I'm going to start with the brush and see what I think. I'm going to do the brush on the right side, and I'll do the beauty blender on the left side. So this is probably a little bit more yellow than I would prefer. I feel like this is very illuminating already. I mean, it definitely does not look matte. So I would be very concerned. I'd be very concerned trying this in the illumination version. Okay, so that was 2 pumps, and I still have a little bit left on my hand. Looking at it, now this could be the brush. This brush, I don't know, sometimes it works really well, sometimes not so much. And I've been having a lot of problems with my forehead lately. Foundation just not sitting right on my forehead. I don't know. I think that actually looks really good on my skin right now. I thought it might be a little bit too yellow, but I think it looks actually pretty good. What do you guys think? Alright, I'm going to get another 2 pumps on my hand. Maybe I'll just do like a pump and a half. And I'm going to go ahead in with my beauty blender on the left side of my face. This is my first time actually using the brand Beauty Blender. I've used other beauty sponges, but not the Beauty Blender brand. I might have too much water in this because it still feels very damp, but I did squeeze it out as best I could. As much of moisture as was coming out, I did squeeze out. But with that application, looking in my mirror here, much more sheer coverage on this side of my face than on the side that I used the brush for. It also appears, at least in my mirror, it looks a little bit more matte on this side than on this side. This is definitely more illuminating, but I feel like the coverage was higher with the brush. I'm gonna go in and try to build up the side with the Beauty Blender and see how I do, especially since I've got like a couple of blemishes here that are still showing. So I'm gonna do another, let's do half a pump and see if that's enough to build it up on this side. Alright, so I was able to build it up. The weirdest thing that I'm running into with this, and again, this could be the CC cream, this could be that I have too much water, but I feel like if I go over an area and then I go back over an area, it actually starts to take some of the CC cream away, which is weird because I don't usually run into that with other foundations. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It does definitely still have a citrus smell. I don't know that I've ever heard of anyone else saying that. And maybe it's the primer that's coming out as the citrus smell. I don't mind it. I actually really do enjoy the smell of citrus. I eat a lot of oranges. I drink a lot of orange juice, so that doesn't bother me at all. I still think that I like the brush side of my face better than the Beauty Blender side of my face. I don't know. It seems to be a little bit more illuminated. I still have a couple of blemishes here that aren't quite covered up, but when I go in to do my concealer, I will put that cover that up. Yeah, so far I'm liking this. It did not take long to put on. It only took a couple of minutes to put on. I really like that. All right, it's about 10:25 right now. I'm hoping that shows up on my camera. I can't tell on my viewfinder. So I will call that as the time that I got my foundation on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it as that. I was thinking about maybe putting some of the powder on, but I'm gonna wait until I have my concealer on. So I'm gonna take a break right now. I will be back in a minute once I have the rest of my face on, and I will give you my thoughts after I get the rest of my makeup on. Okay, so I am back from putting my makeup on. Here's my final look. If you're interested in seeing how I did it, please go ahead and watch tomorrow's video. And once that posts, I will put a little card up here in the corner. But overall, so far, it is right now 11:15. And so I've had this on for about 45 minutes. I'm having a couple of problems with the foundation, primarily around my nose area, and it does seem to be caking up quite a bit around my lips, and maybe that's just me not liking the way my skin looks around my mouth. I don't know. But primarily I'm having problems in the nose creases. More so on this side where I did the Beauty Blender than on the side with the brush, but it does seem to be caking up right around the nose and creasing really in there. But I have really deep creases on the sides of my nose. I know that it's a trouble area that I have when I am putting foundation on. There are times that the creases are so deep that I will like miss spots on the sides of my nose. With foundation, I'll have to go back in with them. But overall, I like the way this feels on my skin. It's not been too itchy, knock on wood, wherever I can find wood. Back here, I guess. It hasn't been too itchy. It feels really nice on my skin, except that it's tacky. Now, I did put a powder over top of this. I used, like I said earlier, the Celebration Foundation Illumination, and I did use this as the powder, and I'm liking the way the powder makes it look. I don't feel like it's like on my forehead, I don't feel like it's too bad. Just primarily around my nose area and around my mouth is where I'm really having a problem. I feel like the powders went over top of this really well. But yeah, I don't know. So far, I'm liking it. I like the fact that it's an SPF 50 because I have very fair skin. But honestly, I'm not going to be outside too much today, so it's not essential that I have that. I'm pretty much going to be going between buildings and my car, and I'm not going to be in my car for very long today. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this. So far it's okay. I'm not hating it, but on the flip side, I'm a little worried about where it's sitting in some of my acne scarring and such, but that could also be the primer. This primer does not claim to be a pore filling primer, so I think if I'm using this primer again, I will use a pore filling primer with it. Use this maybe at first and then use the pore filling primer on top of it, because this really did nothing for my acne scarring and my pores on my nose, which could be some of the problem. I feel like it's starting to rub off a little bit on my nose. Since I put the powder on, I haven't had the same problem. I was working on my eyes, and as I was working on my eyes, it really was coming off my nose, but since I put the powder on, it seems to be doing better. So overall, I'm not terribly upset with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go about my day. I will check in at least one time in natural light. It's a little, I'm looking out the window over here, it's a little overcast today, but I will check in at least once in natural light before checking in the evening. So I plan to check in at least twice throughout the day and let you know what my thoughts are. So I will see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay guys, so this is my check-in. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. So I've had this on for 4 hours, and honestly it's starting to get to me. My lipstick's gone, but I ate lunch, so that's understandable. But what's really bothering me is, like, I don't know if it's my waterline or my mascara, but that's getting like all over my eye here. So if you have any recommendations on what I did wrong or what I could do better so that I don't get little black all over my eyes, let me know. So that's a little confusing to me. I don't normally get that, but I don't normally waterline either, so that could be it. Mascara, I don't normally have this problem, so it could be the waterline. But as far as the foundation is going, it's getting a little bit itchy. It feels like it's almost melting off of my skin. So this is a natural light. I'm standing outside my car. My car's right here. I'm getting a little bit itchy, especially around like my nose area, but that was a problem before. Yeah. But it feels like it's almost like melting on my skin. Now, like, I think my forehead still looks pretty good, but really around my T-zone area around here, not even my forehead, just around my nose and my mouth, I feel is getting very itchy. That's pretty typical, but when I do itch, I'm getting a lot of like right there, I'm itching. I don't know if you can see it on my nail. There, I think you can see it, but I'm getting like a lot of foundation or CC cream coming off. I don't know, maybe this isn't really made to be worn all day because it's a CC cream, or maybe I have it too heavy, or maybe the combination of the CC cream with the powder foundation that I put on top of it might be too much. I just don't know. Right now, I think it's still looking okay. Like, I don't think it looks bad. If you look at it, I think it looks all right. It's just really, like I said, the itchiness, and pretty much it comes right off on my fingers, is the only thing that's really bothering me. So 4 hours in, it's not doing too bad. It's just that itchiness, and it, like I said, it feels like it's melting. So I will check in again probably in another 4 hours, and I will see you then. Bye. All right, everybody, I am back, and it is 5:29. 7 hours, 5:30, 7 hours since I put this stuff on my face. And honestly, I'm kind of over it. Looking in my mirror here, I am starting to really feel like I'm looking greasy in my T-zone, in my cheeks, and in my chin. And I'm gonna actually zoom you in so you can see some of what I'm seeing and maybe see it a little bit better. So hold on one second. Okay, so right now I feel like I'm really cakey in this area, and I think I've said that before. I do feel a little shiny, especially like in my nose area. You can see here on the side of my nose, I hope you can see that it did sort of like crease pretty well, and it was already doing that earlier today. Around the insides of my nose, it was creasing already. I feel like it's kind of worn off my nose on this side. It's kind of gone right in there. I don't know what happened, and maybe I rubbed my nose. But quite honestly, the thing that is bothering me the most, and actually it's sort of separated here above my eyebrow as well. The thing that has thoroughly bothered me the most is this. I mean, I put concealer on, I put illuminator on, and I have got so much black falling out of my eyes. It's coming out the side, and I can only assume that that's the waterline. So I'm assuming it's the eyeliner. This is supposed to be a no-tug, waterproof, anti-aging gel eyeliner. I don't know what's going on with this, but I can only assume it's that because I just wore this mascara yesterday and I didn't have this kind of like this exact tube, like the exact same tube I had on yesterday. And I did not have this yesterday. I don't know what's going on. It's on this side as well, but like since my last check-in, as soon as I left the location I filmed that in, I just came right home and I've been home the rest of the evening. I don't know. I mean, my concealer looks like it's totally gone. Now, some of that was because I was trying to dab away the black fallout on my under eyes, but I wasn't very successful. And yeah, but this is very sticky. I mean, maybe if I had powdered it a little bit more throughout the day, it wouldn't be as sticky, but like some parts, not all parts, like there on my chin it's sticky. My cheek feels pretty dry, but I had a lot of powder on my cheeks. My forehead's definitely sticky, and actually the foundation, I don't know if it's going to show up there, it actually did come off right now as I patted my forehead. So I don't know, maybe if I would have just powdered it a little bit more, it might be more matte. I don't know, I just really feel like in this area I look very cakey, and this is what's bothering me. I mean, I probably could leave this on for another couple of hours. I probably could powder it and leave it alone. But my under eyes look horrendous. Now I'm about to get into a car and drive for a couple of hours, which is part of the reason why I'm checking in so early, in the evening. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm about to get in the car and drive. So I don't want to have to get to the location I'm driving to and then have to clean all this off my face, and it's gonna be a mess. So, I will give it a try probably on another day, probably multiple other times I will give this a try. You'll see it again in the future. I like how it felt on my skin. I didn't get real itchy. I mean, I had some times where I was itchy, like I showed you today at my daylight check-in at 2:30. Like I'll get a spot that's itchy, and I try not to itch. I try to just like poke at my skin to try to get the itch to go away. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that this for my skin is good for like a long period of time. I think if I was just like going out for a couple of hours, I'd wear it again. But it definitely came off. Like it's gone there. It's gone above my eyebrow. I think everywhere else it's pretty okay. My lipstick's gone, but I ate lunch. But this is what's bothering me, the eyes. So overall, the foundation's okay. And it's like I said, it's not foundation, it's a CC cream. It's not bad. I like how it feels. I liked that I liked the color match. I didn't think it was too off on my skin tone. I liked it better when I put the powder foundation on top of it. So this combination actually I think worked pretty well together. I will definitely try this with a different primer as well. Because I'm not real sure that this primer was the best one for my skin type. It smelled good, it felt good going on, but like I said, I think I might mix this with something else, like put this on, let it dry, and then put another primer on top. Because this is supposed to be, you know, anti-aging, is supposed to be good for your skin, so it might be better for my skin than some of the other primers that I have. So those are all different things that could definitely like affect this, but like I said, the thing that's really bothering me is the black fallout. So I will give it another try. I will wear it in future videos. I like how it looked on my skin when I first put it on. I like how it looked on my skin throughout most of the day. Like I said, right now, I like how my forehead looks, even though it's breaking up in a couple spots, like right here above my eyebrows. Up here, you know, along my hairline, it is starting to break up some. But overall, I like how it made my skin look. I really do. It made me look illuminated without having like a ton of other products on my skin. So other than it breaking up, but again, I will try this again. I will definitely wear this again. I'm not upset with it, but I'm not as blown away as some other people were. So Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit that red subscribe button and hit that little bell so that you can get notified when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments for me, did you try out this foundation or this CC cream and have better luck with it? Is there anything that I'm doing wrong that you would recommend? Like I said, some of it might be the primer that I'm using. Maybe I'm using the IT Serum Primer. I don't know. This came with a little dropper. Maybe I'll use it more as a serum. I don't know. But overall, you know, I don't mind this. Now it does say reapply every 2 hours. I've had it on for 7. So yeah. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time on Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.